Good morning. Welcome to the morning show from Stahls TV. This is Brandy Cramer.
Morning.
I am not Jenna Sackett, but you did get upgraded today, so we're excited to be here this morning. Today we're talking about cross-selling, why you should be cross-selling. What is it, how we can do it, all the ins and outs of getting more product into your customers' hands. But before we do, we like to go with the look of the week as per normal. Let's take a look at that. Submitted by Suzanne Shipley. You can see this really cool design, very busy design. It looks like it was fun to produce.
I like it.
Yeah, it was all done with, well, mostly with Premium Plus High Tech, but there is some glitter flake in there. The track and field, I think, is the rainbow black. Really nice job, really nice design work there as well. So do appreciate that, Suzanne. You can submit your design as well. By, where is that? Oh, there it is, the Stahls Show and Tell. So look on our site, look for the Stahls Show and Tell, submit your design there.
And also on Instagram, they can
you can
submit
go on
on
Instagram.
Instagram as well.
Yep, at Stahls Heat Printing. Okay, let's take some more announcements, upcoming events. First off, we're looking at Workshop Wednesdays. Workshop Wednesday locations. First of all, the title, A Complete Guide to Start Heat Printing Team Uniforms. And then the second class is much like it, but it is like the 201, so the next level. So don't wait, seating is limited. You can find those at all of our locations. You can check on our website to get the exact dates and times. But Stahls, Arizona, California, Florida, Michigan, Transfer Express, which is in Ohio, Stahls, Pennsylvania, where we're coming from here, and also Stahls, Texas. So it should be a good time, some really good information there, so look for that and sign up when you can. Other events to see us in person, live and in person, NBM Milwaukee, May 17th through 18th, we're at booth 611. This is a new show. It was formerly, the artist formerly known as Indianapolis, has moved to Milwaukee this year. And then ISS Houston, Imprinted Sportswear show, soon becoming Impressions for next year. I think 2020, they're going to change the name from the ISS to Impressions. But June 6th through 8th, that's in booth 600, and that's at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston. And if you are part of this particular group, the NBS Fort Worth, we're there on June 18th through 20th at the Fort Worth Convention Center. You have to be a member to register for that one.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get right into today's topic, cross-selling. What is cross-selling? Can you give us an idea what cross-selling is?
I think I can. Let's say you have a customer coming in and they're looking for a particular item that you'll be able to heat print for them. What you want to do is take advantage of having their direction to you and your business and to engage them in more products. So depending on what they're looking for, maybe it's just a jersey, then you can go ahead and upsell them. That makes sense. So that's really important to basically let the customer know all the things that you can do and offer that makes sense in maybe a bundle package for them.
Yeah, and it's not a hard sell type of scenario like where we're really pushing all of our products. Just offering some things that they may not have considered. So you want to do a complementing type of items. That's what makes cross-selling. It's something that really fits into the category as opposed to upselling, which would be the same product they were looking for, but upgrading it to the next level so it's a higher end item, a little costlier, but a cooler looking image.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look at a couple of different scenarios as to you get an opportunity to incorporate this method into your specific outreach. So the scenarios here, first of all, we're going to have to understand our customer, and we're going to look at in this first case is, in our market is the sports jerseys. And uniforming, very common type of scenario. So we're cross-selling, first of all, to the school's athletic director. Those are the guys that are typically making the purchases when it comes to the uniforms, the school uniforms. So they are after something like this. We're talking soccer right now, and this is the Lakewood Grizzlies, and this is what they were after. It's a cool-looking soccer jersey. It's got the digital camo in the trim. We gave them their logo on the front, and then on the back, and then we took a little process to get to this part. They got their customized number, which actually has camo inside of it as well. So that looks like we already upsold them on this particular item. It wasn't off the rack, but it's a really nice looking design. This is maybe all that the athletic director was after.
Right.
while we had his attention, we said, well, we've got some other things to offer you. So where else could you go besides on field? So besides the folks on the field, or the players on the field, there are a whole lot of other people that are involved in this team, in this school.
Right, all the coaches, the assistant coaches, that are on the sidelines, they want to have their apparel as well decorated with the team logo, right?
So we would strongly suggest that maybe we get you a coach's jacket or some warm-up gear, and this kind of works for both, and you even have the opportunity to even personalize that one if necessary. So these are the types of scenarios that we can add on sales. They came in for a uniform, they left. It's like walking into Target for ibuprofen. You come back with 3 outfits and a wagon.
Right, and e-commerce sites do it all the time. I mean, look at Amazon.
Yeah.
They're like, customers also purchase this, or you might like this.
Yep.
And I find myself clicking on things that I normally wouldn't have clicked on, looking for my original purchase.
Right.
And then, just kind of also broadening the horizons a little bit, and maybe what they're looking for, offering the hats. Maybe it's a water bottle with the logo on it, lunchbox, and maybe some team decoration for the soccer balls, because guess who's in charge of all of the banquets at the end of the year for the teams?
Cool.
It's the coaches.
Right.
So those are some nice incentive gifts as well, because the kids usually do get the personalized gifts that has their names on it and things like that. So. And
it's possible that you wouldn't maybe not get the sale immediately for these things, because like you said, the banquet's at the end of the year, but they won't buy what they don't see.
Exactly.
So like you mentioned earlier, letting them know that you have the capability of doing these type of items, these add-on sales. It's more than would you like fries with that. It's here's what else we can do. Down the road, you may want to consider this, or maybe we will bundle these together, which we'll get to in a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is kind of the direct sales for the athletic director or whoever's in charge of purchasing the uniforms. But also, we could be cross-selling into like youth leagues and recreational leagues, and that's where it brings in fanware.
Right,
Yeah,
and
so
family and friends.
Right, so for every kid on the field, there's at least 4 people in the stands that are rooting that kid on, or that person on. Maybe he's not a kid, I don't know who he is, or she.
And those recreation leagues, usually you're talking to the parents because they're the coaches. So the recreation leagues, there you have the parents or the sisters and brothers. They're the coaches. So it's a great way, and it makes sense to integrate that fanware of, hey, how about some personalized garments for that person playing the sport.
Right, little Bobby Robinson's on the field right there. He's number 32. Everybody loves him. We're on Team Robinson, and so everybody's wearing the shirts to support it. You've seen this even on TV as folks are supporting the kids on the field or the players on the field. And it's not just those. You can actually take it to the next level as you're just supporting the school itself. And so you can really take it to the next level. This is a little bit of an upsell, but it is, it's the stuff that the fans are really looking for.
Right.
They want this high-end, glittery type of look, very retail type of look, and so it really helps for support for the team, and they look pretty fashionable while they're wearing it. Yeah.
I think, in cross-selling and upselling, they go hand in hand. They work together, but they are, different things, of course.
Perfect. Okay. So other markets that we're looking at aside from the sports, and we always tend to lead with sports because it's a big portion of the Stahls business.
Right.
But if you take a look at your best opportunities to sell to, it's really mostly local businesses. So we're looking at cross-selling to say, let's look at another scenario would be a dance school. Recital T-shirts. They came in just for a recital T-shirt, and we're going to wear these. That's what everybody wants. What else can we offer these folks? I mean, what else do these dance teams? I mean, I've seen this.
A ton of things.
It gets frightening to see how much swag is available at a dance review.
Yeah. So the coach, or not the coach, but the dance instructor's coming in because the kids wear the recital tee, and then maybe they have to sell 5 to help with the recital expenses. But being able to just kind of showcase all the different things that they can wear, such as, the tote and cinch bags to carry their belongings in, having it personalized because you've got 20, 30 different girls back there, warm-up suits and headwear, bows that's catching the light, and of course the leggings. And I like the water bottle idea, the personalized water bottles, because again, they're dancing and everybody has everybody has a water bottle.
And I don't want to drink after the other guy.
Mine? So, just a great way to keep in mind of cross-selling and always engaging your customers. And it doesn't have to be high-pressure sales. It's just like, hey, have you thought about this?
If they see it, they will probably want to offer it. And a lot of these cases, they're not necessarily buying them. Maybe they'll put it into a catalog scenario for if they know this up front, that you've got these options. What would you like? Oh, I'd like to order. Oh, I got to have. Well, she's getting the warm-up suit. I want the warm-up suit. Before you know it, you've sold 27 warm-up suits because you showed it to one person.
Right.
So just make sure that you make the offering. So don't just take the order and we'll get about business. You want to see what else we can offer these folks.
Right.
Okay, not good.
I was just going to say the important thing is to be prepared.
Yeah.
So when you're talking to these people, have a couple of mock-ups or have a couple of packages in mind. So be prepared, when you're talking to your customers.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Also, another case scenario: a local brewery or maybe just even a regular pub or a bar in your area. Another very popular type of business, and they came in for just their teas, just for branding. And this is very, very big in a lot of restaurants and bars and things like that. This is our logo, good friends meet, clashing mugs together type of scenario. And people can buy those right at the when they check out at the end. They're showcased. You can see them. Everybody loves them. This is my place to hang. What else could we offer those folks?
Right.
Yeah. So we're looking now at maybe staff apparel. So maybe they're all just wearing the same T-shirt. Maybe they're wearing the same T-shirt. That's how they brand it. Maybe it's their aprons. Maybe it's a little higher end polo for the managers, or maybe it's dress up day every instead of
or
just
even
out
maybe
Friday.
The kitchen coats. You never know, the chef's coat.
A lot of opportunity there. So don't take those all into consideration as you are as they come in for their T-shirts. We've got the same logo available to you in a lot of different scenarios. Also, they do sell those at the end, at the checkout, the counter.
If they have like a little retail counter or a retail space,
Yeah.
definitely way to cross-sell the different types of garments, maybe, a hoodie or maybe long sleeve shirts. I'm partial to the long sleeve T-shirts than a T-shirt.
Yeah, and maybe even get creative with a really cool saying or something, maybe help them with their marketing so this works really well and they can put their twist on it. So really just expanding their offering.
Right.
And because everybody knows they'll make a good markup there because people, if they love the place, they'll love the swag.
I was going to it was a beer convention pretty much, and it was a T-shirt that I was going to wear, and it said, "Beer makes me hoppy." And just things like that would be a great way to just kind of cross-sell to your customer or just ideas.
All right, I tried to give you awkward silence.
I know. I thought it was funny.
All right, it was good. It was good. All right, so like Brandy mentioned, be prepared to show your offerings. Okay, so maybe it's as simple as a digital mock-up. Maybe just you've got the ability, and even within Transfer Express, if you've got the ability to take a design and put on there and give them a visual of that, and send them the PDF in advance if we're not working face to face, or have them pre-printed out and say, here's what we can do. That's a very basic way. Live and in person is even better. If you have the ability to mock something up yourself, do just one off. It goes a long, long way. They won't buy what they won't see.
Yeah.
And also consider the packages. They came in with this. Okay, we can offer you the T-shirt. You're meeting with them then, so we give them maybe an A, B, and C scenario. This always makes the most sense. A good, better, best type of scenario. Here's your basic tee. That's good. Here's a better option here, which is the T-shirt and the hat and the whatever else you're adding on that. And then lastly would be the upgraded version here. So we'll do this package as well, different pricing scenario. Studies have shown that most people target the B as being your best margin maker because people will almost always go in the middle because nobody wants to sound cheap and nobody wants to be too extravagant and overspend the budget. So they'll almost always go to the middle ground. So,
and I think it's important to have an incentive to close the sale. Like these are the packages, and if you order, today, or if you order within the next, 7 days or whatever, you would get however, just an incentive to go ahead and close that sale. Because how many times do people or you walk away and be like, yeah, let me think about it, and you just kind of don't return.
Gotcha.
So there should be some sort of incentive there.
Very good. Yeah. Now, it is important to kind of not overdo it. You can also blow people's minds and give them too much to choose from to the point where, like if you're going to a restaurant and they have 92 items on one page, you're like, oh my gosh, this is blowing my mind. So keeping it simple, keeping it focused, keeping it targeted to what they're looking for, don't overwhelm them, basically, because they will have a tough time making a decision.
Oh, so we have a question from Gary. What was used for the number on the back CAD prints which that one?
Yeah. Yeah, this would be CAD prints. The number, how did we get that look? This was with a print and cut type device. Now, either if you had your own, you'd print it yourself, or you can order through our
CAD prints.
Through our CAD prints services, exactly. So yeah, we've dropped in the camo in the space there, which is a kind of cool look because it did tie in nicely with the actual banding on the jersey itself. So yeah, that was CAD prints, and that was all printed. Now you could probably layer that, but it would make no sense. If you're going to go to the trouble of printing something, it costs no more to add all the extra colors.
Right.
You see anything else there? I can't even read those questions.
I can't really see that, Gray, but hello, Lainey. Hello, Jeremiah.
Lainey Robinson says, go Team Robinson.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, she's Robin.
Yeah, power to the people. Robinson Rules, that's me too. Okay, anybody else up there? I'm sure we'll check at the end. Actually, we're getting really close to being done. Appreciate you guys' attention at this point. So let's kind of wrap it up. Let's take the key takeaways here. Why cross-selling? First of all, it's going to build stronger customer relations and loyalty, basically retaining your customers because you're kind of invested in them.
Sure.
And they can see that you're working for them, not just trying to sell them a whole bunch of stuff and make a whole bunch of money.
Right.
Although that is a nice side effect or a side benefit, you're going to make some additional money with this.
I do think it's nice because you do spend time with them. You know, when you're kind of talking about, what they're looking for, and you're able to just kind of get to know them a little bit.
Sure.
And of course, it always transitions into a better relationship because when you're talking to a customer, how many times does maybe some personal things are mentioned and you get to know that person. So it's a great way to just kind of spend some time with them.
And by doing that, you're building a foundation for even more referrals. If you build a rapport with your customer, then they're going to say, hey, they're great people to work with. They get the product, especially if you perform. You can be a great person and be 3 weeks late on your order and half of them are screwed up. That's a different scenario. So performing good quality, good service, and on-time delivery. The price is usually one of the last features that they're really concerned with in the big picture.
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to.
Very true.
And we'd mentioned a couple times, but it also educates them, lets them know what you're capable of, all the additional products that you can offer. So maybe next time we're not looking for jerseys, but I know that you can do this. Or guess what? I'm the athletic director. I don't just do soccer. I do softball. I do football. I do lacrosse. All those things. Now, wow, I've been looking for this type of decorator.
And that's how you build up those referrals and those recommendations. Because how many of you base your business very strongly on local business, local support, referrals, and recommendations?
Exactly.
Probably most of us. And being able to have that, even presenting those products that you offer to customers, it gives them an idea to say, hey, my buddy Greg is looking for hats. He just mentioned that. So, they can get an idea of what you do and then also recommend either you to them or them to you.
And all that put together ends up growing you sales and profitability, which is kind of why we're in business. It's nice to make the relationships, but we are here to make some money. So great opportunity, cross-selling, upselling, expanding your offering to your existing customer base, see what else they might be interested in. They probably are, they just don't know it because you haven't showed it to them yet.
Absolutely.
That's what we have for today. I appreciate you coming in, and we
have a question.
Oh, what? We have another question. What do you got?
Let's see here. So Ian says, can you use a normal printer when then cut and press, or do you need a special printer? Ian, if you're referencing that number, you do need a special printer. It's either a thermal printer or a latex or a solvent printer, like the Roland VersaCam that we sell. Or if you don't have that kind of equipment, you are able to order such a product in our services department. under the CAD prints.
Yeah, there is a lesser process out there using just a standard transfer paper that you could cut with your optic eye around the design. It's just not the same durability. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
what you're looking for, maybe for a short-term fan wear, something like that. But on field, absolutely, you're going to want the high-end stuff using a solvent printer for the
sure.
most case.
Because they're uniform, so they're being washed every week, if not a couple of times a week, depending on the games.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, folks. We appreciate your attention. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Have a good week.